Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about all the books which every defense aspirant should read. So first of all, quickly let's discuss that why reading books are important and why do they ask in your interview that what kind of books do you read? Have you read any book recently? Would you tell me about that book you read? Okay, because let's move forward and discuss that. So remember that books helps you to build your vocabulary, your mindset, and these two things are quite important in SSB because the way you speak, the vocabulary you use, and the mindset which you show in your psychological test is something which is being tested there. So remember that these two things are quite important in SSB. And in order to develop it in a good manner, you must pick up some right books and read them up because they help you to understand the mindsets, the pattern, how does humans work, why do humans behave in the way they behave. So all these things, so that's why it is expected out of the candidates that they should be knowing that what's happening in the world, what was our history, what should be the future, and how are the things which are happening in the present will affect us. So books is definitely one good source for seeking all this knowledge and combining it with the present and then developing our future. So let's not waste too much of time and start with the books. So first of all, I would like to start with my favorite book which I have recommended enough on my Instagram page, and that book is called Prisoners of Geography. Yes. So this book is something which will tell you that why are nations behaving the way they are behaving, okay? And how that geopolitically it is important that where are you located on the world of the map. So this book is something which will give you a lot of clarity about all the wars which happened, why USA is a superpower, why India and Pakistan are always struggling, why Japan and China are fighting over the sea, and everything else. So if you are someone who is very new to the geopolitics, please pick up this book and let me tell you, it will clear your major doubts. And along with this book, I always recommend picking up this book. It's by the same writer. So what happens is you read a chapter in this book and you open the map in the book for the same chapter. Like for India and Pakistan, this is the map they have given. So what happens is when you show it to your mind in a pictorial manner, you are going to remember it for a longer time. So always remember to get these two books together, and I think then the writer has got few more books on his name which I am yet to read. So I will be making another video in case I read it and I find it worthy for all the defense aspirants. After these two books, let's talk about the Encyclopedia of Indian History. Okay, so because we are from India and we must know what our history is. How was the Vedic time here, then who came, then who attacked on us, then everything which is very important to us, that drafting of constitution, the time of Congress ministers in India, the partition, everything which is a must know for every defense aspirant. It is there. In case you are preparing for the CDS as well as the NDA examination, then also this book is recommended because it comes with a lot of pictures, and I'm someone who is a great I'm a fan of books with pictures because I feel human mind remembers it for a longer time when you know it with pictures. So remember, you can have a look at this book, and the book is called Encyclopedia of Indian History from early times to the present. So it's a very good book, and in case you are interested in knowing the history, and there is in the examination the history also comes up, so you can try this book. This is a good one too. And let's move on to the other favorite books I have. So I have told you around two books here. The third one is okay, let me not give too heavy books initially so that you should not just stop the video. I will go with the third book, which is The Power. The first part of this book is called The Secret, and that was the book I read when I was going through a very difficult time in my life, and I recommend it to every child who is struggling with their aim, who doesn't know what to do in the life, what to aim for, what should they be looking forward for. So if you are someone, or if you see any of your friends struggling, please suggest them this book, The Power, or the book called The Secret. So The Secret book, I gifted it to my brother and he never gave it back to me. But then never mind. That's why I picked up this book, just to show you the example that this is how the books look. And it is a good one. In case you feel that someone who really needs help, someone who cannot afford therapy, cannot go to the costly sessions, let me tell you, this is like a therapy in itself. So just read the books and just follow the things which are being told there. Let me tell you, you will see your lives changing every single day. And I'm so sorry for the noise which is coming here. There is always one or the other construction work which keeps going on at my neighborhood, so I really cannot help it. Okay. Now, the next book, which is again one of my favorite, is this book. It is called The Morning Miracle. I have recommended it to a lot of people in my DMs on Instagram. People who told me that they are not able to see what they should be doing in life next, what they should be focusing at. They feel like a loser. They don't know what to aim for. So this is one book I recommended to them, because I feel if humans fix their morning routine, half of the problems in the life will be fixed automatically. But you know, what do? We get up in the morning and the first thing we do is we pick up our phone and we open Instagram and we check all the notifications. And that's how we are filling our mind with so much of garbage in the morning itself. So I'm someone who is totally against this practice. So morning is the time when you should be waking up fresh, when you should be taking some time off to yourself. You should be sitting in silence, watching nature. The first thing I do in the morning is, as soon as I get up, I pick up my daughter because I have to make her ready for the school. I pick her up in my lap and we both go outside and sit in the nature. So that's how I want to start my day. So always remember, if you're someone who is struggling what to do in the morning, try reading this book and it will change everything. Okay, but then remember this, you have to follow it, okay? It's not going to change if you only read this and then don't do it in your real life. So you have to start doing the things which are being mentioned in this book. And again, if you find it helpful, please recommend it to your friends who are struggling. Why do I keep saying that, recommend it to your friends, recommend it to your friends? Because I feel nowadays people are not finding someone they can speak to. So many crimes which are happening, so many suicides which are happening, it is happening because people do not have someone to speak to. So I really wish you become that person for someone whom people can come and speak their mind. Okay, so that's how we make the world a better place to live. So always remember, be that person, be that comfort for someone that people can come and speak their mind to themselves. Because in my DMs as well, I get a lot of DMs in which people ask me that what I should be doing, I don't know what to do. Then sometimes I wonder, they do not have anyone to speak in person. That's why they are messaging me. I'm a total stranger, still they are okay messaging me. So that's why I keep on saying that, recommend it to your friends if you feel that they are struggling with something. Okay, so the next book is The Power of Habit, and this is one book which will give you the logic for why do we have these habits and how right habits are crucial for our success. So in case you are someone who is building the personality and who wants to know the right thing, that why things are working in the way it is and how to break the monotony of the bad habits, this is one book which can help you. So just pick up that book in case you feel that you want to know the arguments about why habits are being formed and why do we behave the way we behave when it comes to habits. So this is another recommended book from me. Okay. Guys, I am making this video, switching off my fan and feeling so hot, because if I don't do that, there is a lot of noise, because thanks to the construction, there is already so much of noise. So remember to show me a lot of love on this video, okay, so that I keep making this. You see, it is a lot of hard work to make these videos. Okay, so now if you're someone who have not read books for your whole life, but you want to start reading books, an easy peasy one which tells you about how the world is not as good or as simple as what we see. It might be so complicated for few people. So this book is called The Diary of a Young Girl. Very simply it is written, okay, and she was one of the Jewish girl who was killed during the time of Nazis era. So that's why I said someone who is not into reading books but wants to start. It's a very simple and good book, you should start reading it, and then you will have so much of gratitude for your own life, that you live in a country where you are safe, you are sound, and you do not have to be scared of someone. Imagine a 13-year-old child living into a bunker sort of a house where you cannot make a lot of noise, where you have limited things to eat, where you are so scared that if you will be taken out or you'll be killed by this thing. So that's what at the end it happens. But then this is a good book, so you should try starting your reading habit from maybe this book. It's a good one. It's by Annie Frank. Okay, so this is one of the books which my husband gifted it to me, and so these are the things we gifted to each other. So this book is called The Compound Interest. It talks about how good habits and how your small things will compound in a bigger way, and then it helps you in achieving the bigger things. So sometimes we feel that if we want to become officer, we just should be doing leadership things, we should be going and saving someone. It's not about that. Okay, so that's what it talks about, that how your small habits of getting up early in the morning, picking up a diary and writing about yourself, how you feel, how reading, everything else, how exercising in a period of like 10 years and 5 years in a long run, how does it affect you. So it talk about all of it. So in case you are interested about reading this book is called The Compound Interest. You can pick this up, and this is one of the good books for any defense aspirants, because it will give you a lot of insight about the smaller habits turning into the bigger things. Okay, so last but not the least, this is a little heavy book, but then this is a book which will give you a lot of insight about India's foreign policy, and why do India behave the way it behaves, and why it is not so simple to just comment in the way, oh, we do not want to do this, oh, ceasefire ho gaya, and all that, because it's so easy to say, sitting as a normal public. So I really wish everyone in India should read such books. So the name of the book is Why Bharat Matters, and it is by one of the ministers, very known one, S. Jaishankar. So you should pick up this book in case you want to understand about India and its foreign policies, and how are we developing into a stronger nation. So it will give you a lot of insight. If you are someone who is into reading from a very long time, then you should definitely pick up this book, and it is going to give you a lot of real knowledge. So these are all my favorite books which I recommended to you, and they are around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 books are there. And in case you want me to put the links, I'll be putting it in the Amazon storefront or something, maybe on my Instagram stories, in case you wish to, or you can just search the name and pick up the books. So hope this video helps you in picking up the right books, and that's why I divided it into different genres, so that it should not be very boring, or it should not be too heavy for an 18-year or 19-year-old, and then you should feel like, oh, ma'am gave us such a boring list which doesn't even ignite any interest in me for reading. So that's why I give all sort of books, from easy to the tough ones, for someone who have not read, to someone who is into reading from a very long time. So in case you find it helpful and worthy, do leave a comment for me, and thank you so much. Happy reading. Jai Hind.